There have been 15 women to walk in space.
And you know what? One of them lives right here. One of them was Kathy Sullivan. In fact, she was the first American woman to spacewalk. And again, she lives right here in town. We have 10 TV's Cierra Johnson joining us here in studio. And Cierra, you spoke to Kathy today. What did she say about this historic occasion?
Well, you know, it's been 34 years since Dr. Catherine Sullivan completed her first walk in space. She says she remembers the moment vividly, and today was another spacewalk that made history. Sullivan said it was yet another giant leap forward for girls and women in the STEM field.
It keeps everything fresh, and it keeps them wanting to learn.
For Mom Gia LaRoche, a trip to COSI is about more than killing time on a day off school.
It's very important that the girls be introduced to STEM, to robotics, to see the math and the science behind how everything works.
It's about teaching her daughters that science is for everyone, regardless of gender. So to see astronauts Christina Cook and Jessica Meir complete NASA's first all-female spacewalk drives home her point.
I see two gals going out on a spacewalk, and I just say, well, of course.
Dr. Catherine Sullivan is no stranger to reaching for the stars. She was the first American woman to walk in space. That was in 1984. She says this walk is significant because of gaps that still exist in STEM fields, including aeronautics.
The number of women in the astronaut corps is still small. The proportion of astronauts overall that do spacewalks is also still small. So it's a kind of narrow little gap to get through to end up being spacesuit qualified as a woman at all.
She says these women continuing to break barriers remind us that anything is possible.
Someone like me can do something like that. You don't have to look at someone who looks just like you to get that inspiration. But it's easier leap of imagination if you can see someone that you really resonate with doing something. So I hope it's opening minds and opening eyes to a number of young girls.
Dr. Sullivan also spoke a lot about continuing to foster a love and appreciation for those STEM fields. And she says everyone is really born a natural scientist, looking and exploring and learning. She says the key is finding a way to maintain that throughout those crucial middle school years and beyond.
All right, pretty exciting there to see that.
Very cool.
Bravo.
Dr. Sullivan has been to space. She's also been like 8,000 feet to the ocean's bottom.
Yeah,
I mean,
she loves science.
She's seen it all. Yes, she has. What a career. What a lady, too. Cierra, good stuff. Thank you. Breaking news. This is out of northeast Columbus, where there's been a deadly crash. It is at the corner of Sunbury and Morris Roads. This is happening near Easton. There's also a big road closure, too. 10 TV's Cierra Johnson just got out there. She's on the scene. Cierra, what are you finding out from law enforcement?
Yes, we have learned that this was a two-car crash. 2 people are dead after this crash, and 4 people have been transported, 2 of which are in critical condition. I'm going to set the scene for you. You can see there are several lights at this intersection. Further down is the intersection of Sunbury and Morris. This entire stretch of roadway is closed. Officers are diverting people around the Easton area. Right now, we can see several ambulances just went past, and just ahead, as you can see, those flashing lights is where that accident took place. This is still a very fluid situation, so we're working to learn more about what caused this accident. Again, 2 people are dead tonight following a car crash on the city's north side. 4 people are transported to local hospitals, 2 of which we are being told are listed in critical condition. We'll continue to bring you updates throughout this newscast and online at 10tv.com. We're on the city's north side. Cierra Johnson, 10 TV News. For months, you've watched as Tuttle Mall has been under construction, and the day is finally here. Scene 75 is open to fans of all ages. It's 2 floors of fun. Let's check out what this massive entertainment center has to offer.
We started off in the Dayton location, Dayton, Ohio, moved our way to Cincinnati, then our way up to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and then this is our 5th location, brand new in Columbus, Ohio.
Whether you're a gamer or looking for a thrill, Scene 75 has something for you. The newest attraction at Tuttle Mall is a destination for your one-stop shop for a fun night out or a Saturday afternoon. Managers tell us at 225,000 square feet, there are more than 200 arcade games and 19 attractions, from putt-putt to, yes, even an indoor drop tower. And let me tell you, it is a good time. And with the weather turning cool, it's only a matter of time before we hit our first snow day. And the folks at Scene 75 say this indoor atmosphere is perfect for keeping both kids and parents occupied.
It's just more comfortable here. You know, we got a lot of things going on in here for sure.
And you can find their hours of operation on our website, 10tv.com, at Scene 75 at Tuttle Mall. Cierra Johnson, 10TV News. And if you take a look behind me, this is one of the crosswalks, and you can see it's really just two white lines. But by the end of today, it's going to have a whole different look. I'm joined here by Mark Zubel, who is one of the organizers of this project. Mark, talk about what we could see in this crosswalk by the end of the night.
Yeah, so today we have 3 artists painting 3 different designs in each one of these alleys, all brightly colored, all different designs. Basically, the idea is to help stand out. I mean, when we see crosswalks that are just white stripes, you kind of are blinded by it as a driver. You kind of just gloss over it. But when they're brightly colored, different colors, different designs, you're going to take notice, slow down, and make it safer to cross.
Before this interview, we were talking about how much of a walking community Bexley is. Talk to me about this particular area. So we have the alley that goes through several streets. It connects an elementary school to a library. Talk about how much use this alley and the crosswalks get.
Yeah, I mean, Bexley's kind of a unique situation here in South Bexley where you connect the elementary school with the library. So we have residents, old, young, tons of kids in the morning, dozens of kids coming up, walking to school, coming back from school. So this is a highly utilized alley. And so we just wanted to make a safer route here for all residents, not just kids, but for everybody in the community.
And give us a rundown. So you say it's the artists that will be doing some of the painting, but everyone is able to get involved. Kind of give me a run through of how they get involved, what they can do, and what time.
Yeah, so everything starts at 11 a.m. this morning. So we'll have volunteer opportunities for them to paint actually moose tracks, the mascot of the elementary school, all the way to the school, both sides. And so people can come, just hang out and maybe paint a moose track, help where necessary. So we'll have some volunteer opportunities from 11 to about 2 or 3. So anybody can come out and just experience it.
Well, it sounds like both an opportunity for the family to get involved in something that's a bit artistic, as well as keeping members of the community safe. Thank you so much for joining us so early this morning. Again, 11 o'clock is when that painting starts, and this evening it should be a whole different ballgame out here. All right, we're live in Bexley. Cierra Johnson, 10 TV News.
Now, we learned about the suspension a few moments ago, and we want to make this clear. This suspension does not include all fraternities. 10 TV's Cierra Johnson looked into this for us. And Cierra, which ones are the ones that are suspended?
Yes, Yolanda, we have learned that this impacts 15 fraternities with chapters on the Ohio University campus. Those 15 fraternity chapters are under a governing body called the Interfraternity Council. Now, a statement by OU's Vice President of Student Affairs says this decision was made because of growing concerns and allegations of hazing against 7 of those IFC chapters. Now, the suspension does still allow several fraternities to remain active. Those fraternities are governed under a completely separate umbrella called the National Pan-Hellenic Council. Now, we have reached out to student leaders and advisors with the IFC, the umbrella council of those impacted by the suspension, and we will, of course, bring you more information as it becomes available. Jerry?
All right, thanks a lot, Cierra.